Hey, welcome back, guys. In this video, we're going to continue moving forward with the layout of the, the level. So we left off here. We have a wall. Now we need to finish making our doorway. So what I'll do is grab our doorway. Slide it into place. And remember, you can press F to frame and focus on a specific area. Looks good right about there. So once we make some doors, it'll make a lot more sense as to piecing it together. I'm going to basically go back and just filter between these. So if you're in detail lighting and then you want to see it more lit, you can just switch between them if it makes it easier. Some cases it's easier to see detail lighting. So what I want to do is just select the doorway, the dividers, hold Alt and drag that red arrow to duplicate it right there. I'm going to press F11 to zoom in. Looks good right about there. And I think this is a good place to add a corner. I can add a corner here, or I'll actually grab this one here. Toggle back on the grid snap. Slide this down. I go either direction with this one. Doesn't really matter. I think it looks better when it sits against a wall. So you see a little bit of breakup. A little bit of overlap. That looks good. And I think this may look better if I switch out a couple of pieces. What I'll now do is add that corner piece. Press E to rotate. Rotate it by 90 degrees. Press F to frame it. W to go back to the move. Looks good right there. And you can make this layout any way you want to that feels comfortable. I'm going to drag all of these down a bit further. So it makes a lot more sense for what I need it for. You can control select to deselect. I need that doorway. Can't forget that doorway. I think here's fine. We can add a couple more walls. I'm gonna grab this little piece here. Hold Alt. Duplicate this. What I want to do is just have this be a tighter fit. Grab the dividers, the wall, and the doorway, hold Alt. And don't forget you can hold Alt middle mouse press to move the pivot. You can still move it where you need it to be. That looks good. I'll grab this wall, duplicate it a couple times, then add a window. I'll change the light from lit to detailed because it makes it a little bit brighter so I can see. Make sure there's no spacing going between these. Add one more. And now I can use this window wall, press E to rotate it 90 degrees, or 80 degrees, whatever this looks like. Use the move tool. Now it lets me rotate it again, so now makes a lot more sense. Now I do want to work on the spacing a little bit, so what I'll actually do is grab this little piece, rotate it 90 degrees. Slide this out the way. I just don't want it to be super tight where it doesn't make sense. Slide this over to maybe about here. Select this one, hold Alt, drag and drop. What I'll do is select all these what I'm going to do is just hold Alt, duplicate it, then rotate it 180 degrees, and just press W to switch the move tool, line this up a bit better, drag it out. And I can actually slide these over and center this a little bit better. So somewhere about here. What I'll actually do is press F11 to go back down. And if you press play, you can do a quick preview. and you can kind of see what it looks like so far. It just looks like this. We're not touching lighting until closer to the ending. But this looks decent so far. So in the next video, we'll continue working on the layout to give it a little bit more depth. And then I'll catch you in the next one. So let's press escape. And then we're just going to save our progress. Go to File, Save All.